all the garbage Quincy's we don't need.
They can't even have their Bankai released.
Okay, that's what I give Mushoku Tensei in season 2. A fucking 0.
Nobody's renewing and spending money on an anime that's not gonna get traction, dog.
I said my opinion is that it dropped off since the first season. That's all I said.
Today we're gonna talk about how Zero Squad is the GOAT.
Zero Squad?
Yes, the Zero Squad of Bleach. The royal guards of the royal palace that is above the Serete. They get it in.
Busy.
Lit Squad is what I should call them because they are turned.
Not gonna lie, it finally feels like a war. Not finally, 'cause it's been a war, but this has definitely been like another level.
This is
for sure.
This is definitely the climax of what's going on in this whole arc. I'll tell you that.
I agree. I think that these guys are definitely on a whole nother tier. They're definitely demonstrating that they are not the royal guard. I mean, the 13 court guards from down, down below. That those peons aren't on the same level. But I have to give it to the Your Watch's royal guards as well because they are nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah,
they definitely are the GOATs as well because as we can see, it leaves off in the last episode where you think that these Zero Squad just literally decimates.
Yeah.
The 4 guards from Your Watch, and little do we know, come to find out that no, that one of them isn't dead. And can you scroll through the names real quick, Josh? So because I want to pronounce his name correctly, he is that him right there, Naklevar Askin. Askin is one of the only ones that didn't die.
Yeah, and
he didn't get the final blow, so he's fighting against the Zero Squad, and he's letting him know his power. That's how we find out his power, where he's able to change the lethal dosage in somebody's blood system to basically be you could either have too much or too less blood, and he can kill you. So he starts going off.
Not gonna lie, it was very confusing. I love how they acknowledge how confusing his power was.
Absolutely,
right.
And like he even said, it's like, man, I don't even like talking about it because it's kind of confusing. But here it goes, anyways. And I'm like, I understand why you don't talk about it.
Right,
we don't really get
it,
it.
Bro's real weird. Just looking at the blood, just like, look, I just know. I don't really feel like explaining it, but the blood that's in you is gone. I'm like, right. Bro, you mad? Did you literally? You could have poured it out.
You know, to be honest, like that's that. You know, it's weird. That's the second time in anime that's happened because it happened in My Hero Academy.
Yeah, but it was different. Where he licked it.
I mean, he.
Because Stain,
you're right. I mean,
his power was based off
it was
of
different. It was kind of
like
the same.
He had to lick it.
Loosely later on in the episode, Giselle is caught sucking the blood out of Bambi.
Yo,
that's how she regenerates herself. So that's another.
You know what
where it was going.
You know what Chad did.
But that was definitely there. No, but I mean, like, the fight that just takes place, man, you think that one team has an advantage, and then all of a sudden the other team's like, reverse.
That's what Bleach is so amazing about.
Yes. They're literally not letting you sit down and be like, yo, that nigga did that thing, because then that dude's going to get back up like, but I'm not really dead.
Mm-hmm.
And now we must continue this fight that you thought you won.
Exactly.
And then they turn the tables, and the other guys are like, no, I didn't lose either. Now I'm turning the tables. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, chest on top of chest on top of chest.
Really
like, whose moves are going to pan out the best?
Right.
And it's just the whole episode back and forth. It's going through different fights. We get back to the Serete. We jump back down there, and that's why I was mentioning where we see Giselle sucking the blood out of Bambi. Mm-hmm. And go to the we didn't take his name. He's the Stern Raider that bites people. His mouth and
talking about the one that ate Pepe.
Yes.
The one that ate Pepe, yeah.
That shows them basically being alive and trying to figure out what's going on. And then all of a sudden, Yoran Watch releases his ultimate ability. Once he thinks his team is down, he says, you know what, them little peons down there, we don't need them. I'm using an ability that basically allows me to take all the power from all my little guys and give it to the big guys up here so that these big guys can get their shit together. They literally said it. All the garbage Quincy's we don't need, we take their powers. That's what teams are for.
Yeah, preference to that, yo, he had to, though, because, what's his name, Mbe? Was putting him in a corner. That boy was a problem. Ichibe.
Yes.
Boy, that boy smacked him. He smacked him. It was like, he smacked Ron Watcher. It was like, look, you're disrespectful for touching my hand, and this is the king's hand. I don't like that. Boom. I'm going to smack you for 1,000 re. Then he came there and was talking to him while he was like, yo, you was really wild for slapping me like that, boy. Don't you ever put your hand on me like that. That's crazy. You know what? I'm going to slap you the other way, 1,000 re the other way, just so you can think about.
Yo, even before.
Think about the decision of ever laying a hand on me.
Right, bro. Even before that, he was like, you know what? I'm going to beat you from this line to this line.
Yep.
I'm gonna defeat you in between those lines. But before we even
So
get
much
there,
shit talking.
like you said, I'm gonna push you all the way. What 1,000? What 200?
Yeah. 1,000. Yo, bro, top tier shit talk again, bro. Like everybody's talking a lot of trash, and I'm liking it, boy. Because I tell you what, Ichibei back it up.
Every
He
part.
definitely did.
Every
Ichibei
part.
talk all that trash, but he backed it up. Because what he do in the end, he smacked him right back to the spot he said he was going to
He
do.
definitely did.
And I'm gonna get back into my point about how you think that a fight's going one way and then it goes into another. Ichibei's so raw, he's out here deleting half of your watch, and basically Ichibei's power is whatever he's a prequel Sanpakuto. So his sword was the first sword that ever became transfigured to do more, and it was before it was even called a Bankai. So he has the initial first sword that was ever
First
even
Bankai.
considered
Yeah.
a Sanpakuto.
Yeah.
So his power is that whatever his black ink touches, he basically changes the name to whatever he feels
It
like.
takes
Yes.
the name
He
away.
takes the name away, and then
basically.
he can change it. He can basically make it what he wants.
Yeah.
So he basically takes your watch's arms and tells him you can't use half of your abilities now. You're half of you. Then I'm also gonna take half your name. So now you're not even your full name anymore. You're half of who you are.
And
Yo,
I love that the episode kept that going because when they were talking about you watch, they kept on shortening his name.
Yeah.
Where they kept on just saying,
Exactly.
like YW or
Yeah.
YWA
Like
the change
and
that was
stuff
made
like
was
that. The other
permanent.
characters were talking about it.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even
Yes.
say it. It's literally been erased from existence.
Yeah.
Nobody can
Exactly.
even say it.
And what I was saying was because so that's what I meant when I said that the tables were turned, because you would think, wow, he's took half his name, half his powers. What is he gonna do? Your watch don't even. Oh, that's how I'm gonna use my powers now.
Mm-hmm.
You could take those
Right.
powers that you thought you took. I have my own powers that are different. So then he decides to start bringing everybody back. The four main people that you thought were dead: Barrio, the Askin,
Yeah.
Valkyrie, and Poon. What's his name? Pernita.
Yeah.
The four
Yeah.
the four royal guards plus this guy. Ichigo's best friend.
Oh,
Uryu and Jorgram.
Yeah.
All of them came back stronger and faster than they were before, with more powers and more everything, resurrected fully.
Yeah.
All off the thought that you thought he was losing. He said, "Losing? What is losing? I have more power. Watch this."
Yeah, and-
now it's a do-over.
Yeah, and they all came back with colorful
It was
rings and
honestly,
stuff.
he took the
right?
powers from the dead people who didn't need it and redistributed the
Not
powers.
even
Not
just
even
the
dead
dead,
people,
alive
like, even the
ones.
light people. You even see Baz
Bosby
B.
Yeah.
and everybody.
Yeah, you see Baz B and the girl.
Well,
with the-
you
We
see
don't
that?
know.
We don't.
They were
He
arguing
could
about-
redistribute it to Baz B. The thing is, he took it from them, and he's
Yeah.
redistributing it to the people who need it.
I'm just saying,
So Baz B could have died that way. We don't know.
Well, no, Bosby
No,
was
no,
just
it was
personally
only for
like,
the
"This
people
is how you
upstairs.
gonna handle it, King."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
he
was
was
only for
saying
the
it that
people
way.
upstairs, because the way they set it
That's
upstairs,
true.
only for the people that matter, for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
royal
they-
guards who
they
were
was-
which are the 6 that were already dead, which were the ones upstairs.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he took it from everybody. He basically
Yeah,
took
because
the
they was
peons.
getting mollywopped by them
did.
by
They
the by
did.
the Royal Guards. The Zero Squad, they was putting the butter cookies to them, boy.
That is absolutely true. And then we switch to the next episode where it transitions off of, we think that the royal guards have won. We think,
Yeah.
yo, they put the biscuits
Yeah.
to them. It's over. And then boom, they go with the resurrection. And then the next episode comes in with these guys already knew in advance, giving the hands to the royal squad, just teaching them that this was not the fight you thought it was.
Yeah.
That's the greatness of the Bleach, is that power struggle. You know what I mean? 1 minute you're like, yo, boy, got this. Yo, you think Zero Squad is mollywopping, like, there's no way that this Royal Guards. Let's go ahead and get this over with. See what the heck. And then next thing you know, boop, they're on a different power level. Like, thanks for the advantage that I got. Now you're on watch. Now I'm about to bop these niggas. And they really putting their hands to them too,
They
though.
did. I do kind of want to say though, we kind of do realize that Ichibei did not have any handle or like any problem handling the king.
No,
Or
not well.
Yulok.
As far as we're concerned, yeah.
It didn't seem like he
There was
having
no struggle in that.
Yeah,
there was
so I was
no
just
there was
saying.
no real struggle, not at all. But
But everybody else definitely.
no,
for
yeah,
sure.
I just they just went off, and I just think that, like you said, that power struggle, that back and forth, where we think somebody's got it, and then all of a sudden these guys turn the table, and I think one of the realest ones of your watch, even though he took an L, but one of his royal guards, Barrio. Because
Yeah.
when he first came in,
Bro.
and he thought that he took
Fire.
care of everybody so fast, he was
Yeah.
like, yo, nothing's ever hard for us. When has anything been hard? This is just what we do. And then when we come into this scene, when he's brought back, and he shoots this guy, the Zero Squad member, right in the chest, and he pierces everything. And these guys are like, "Yo, what is this new power?" He's just like, "New power? I just didn't choose to use this before." So I'm just like, bro. First of all, you can't really talk like that because you got scraped. All right, you was face down.
Well, we thought he got scraped.
No, he did. He got resurrected. That was the spell. So he did get scraped.
He got resurrected and was given more power.
Exactly. So he's a little bit off kilter with that. Oh, I just what? No, that's not what you had before. Your master had to bring you back. But I still think he's real for trying to talk like, yo.
Hey, yo, but he could talk like that because he backed it up.
He did.
He definitely backed it up. And then some too, because not only did he make the whole Oetsu, then the other 2 squad captains came to try to help him to try to block it. And what happens? We went right through them too.
Right through him. He was like, yo, you thought that this could be blocked, but it still hit him.
And it's funny because he said it the first time. He was like, yeah, every time, and whatever I aim, whatever goes between my target or whatever I'm shooting at thing, it will go through it. Whatever I'm aiming at into my target it's always going to hit.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you do. And I love it because it shows that later when Oetsu was trying to position himself right in front of Yuok. So that way, if he does shoot him and it hits him and, it's potentially going to hit Yuok, that's not what happened. Nope. Okay, it stopped right at him. Yeah, and he did mention that before. And it was like, bro, he did tell you that.
Like, bro, you calculated super wrong, dog. You put your life on the line for nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You thought you had a game plan and you didn't.
But what I think is that just the fact that while they were doing that, we're like, every time the power struggle changes, you really think the other team is getting it. You're like, when they were dying, you were like, no, this Zero Squad can't die. There's Zero Squad. And then they didn't die. And then they were killing the guys. And they're like, yo, we always knew Zero Squad was going to handle the business. That's Zero Squad. And then they started dying again. And then we're like, Zero Squad, what's going on?
Yo, what's happening?
You can't die like this. And then they turn it around again. And they're like, start killing them. So it's like, okay, Zero Squad, you're getting it together, and I like it. And then here we go again.
Right.
Zero Squad getting scraped out the bottom of the barrel one more time.
Zero Squad was getting scraped.
Bro, but
if we're gonna get into it, bro, when they was like, nah, you thought.
Yep.
That was the most beautiful part because we never seen none of their Bankais before.
None.
So we were like, I was thinking like, yo, when that Bankai is gonna release, we find out,
dude, I was waiting.
that they can't even have their Bankai released.
Limiters.
They have limiters on everyone's Bankai because anybody's Bankai changes the world.
Yep.
No, not just all 3 worlds. So like
all 3 of them.
It gets affected every time one of them uses their Bankai.
One of them
so that's why
Bankai.
they decided to seal it.
Yeah.
And man,
and a scene none of us thought was gonna happen. They all went down and was like, yo, because they all gave it to Shutada. They was like, yo, you got that? With the girl with the weaving, they was like, oh, yeah, you got that? She was like, yeah, I guess I got it. They was like, yeah, you got 6 hands. So I'm thinking she about to just snap.
1,000 hands.
1,000 hands.
Well, she has 1,000 hands.
Yeah,
you have 1,000 hands, there's only 6 people.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, you could got that. So I'm thinking she about to just 1v1 them. I was like, damn, she about to go ham. They all went down and said, pop. And pretty much they all had to die to unleash the seal of her Bankai.
Yeah.
And she said Bankai. And if I must say, that's probably one of the most beautiful Bankais I've seen.
It really was.
Hands down.
Like, that shit.
Visually, transitionally, spiritually, just animally. It had everything.
Yeah.
There was nothing else I wanted from that.
I'm not gonna lie, it's like I love the fact that her main thing is like stitching and clothing, and it looked like she rolled out a red carpet for them.
Yes.
She did,
bro. She rolled out a red carpet and literally sent every single one of them to their doom.
She made art out of their deaths.
Yes.
Out of all of them.
It was literally like a genjutsu she put them in.
It reminded me of
with the domain expansion.
Yeah.
Slash with god.
It was amazing what she put them in because everybody got their own separate treatment. Like, oh, what is your... All right, cool. I got you. Oh, you're super strong. I'm going to freeze you over.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you think you're cool? I'm going to trap you in this...
sand.
Quicksand. Oh, yeah, with the dementia guy. I'm going to put you in the quicksand. This guy, I'm going to fold spikes traps on you, and now you're sealed away forever. And it was like, everybody had their specific thing that they were going to get mollywopped with. And it was... oh, my goodness. It was top tier done.
Beauty. Like, I've never seen... such a sophisticated, and we've seen some imaginative Bankais.
Yeah.
And I've seen some ways that, multiple characters have been taken out. But just purely on the scale of, she was so just masterful with it. So elegant, so professional.
Yeah.
With the way she took
The
these
thing
things.
It definitely felt like a Zero Squad. Bankai.
Exactly. That's what I was
definitely
getting
felt
at.
like it.
It delivered on
Yeah.
the Zero Squad
Oh, yeah.
Bankai. Because you would expect the Bankai from the Zero Squad to be absolutely
Outrageous.
crazy.
Out of pocket.
And I love that they had to select one person Bankai, and they was like, go ahead, handle that. And it was like, thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Because this was exactly what we needed.
Do want to let you guys know there was actually an anime original episode, by the way.
What?
That Bankai never actually happened in the manga.
Yeah?
I never
Yes, bro. So that amazement
Oh,
that I
man.
had, that you guys had, I had which
It was a
'cause that
great
never happened.
addition. I tell you that. I'm
Let me
glad
tell
they
you.
added that.
Yes.
They gave us a movie for that alt, and I mean that alt. That
It was
Bankai.
an alt.
Bankai.
It is an alt.
Yeah.
But that Bankai they use, and that's what I. And again, that happened only after we thought that Zero Squad was on their last leg.
Yes.
We were like, finally, they're on their last leg. This back and forth is done. Boom! They hit you with another left hook from the almost on the floor, falling down.
Right.
Bow! What do you thought this was?
Yep.
And to release an ultimate Bankai that
Tides
sets
to
everybody into their fucking. Now, as Bleach is, we didn't see anybody physically.
Nobody
die.
physically died.
Nope.
So at this point, all six could still be visibly alive.
Yes.
We might get
And
another
we
Uno
already
reverse.
know that he's not dying. Jorgrum ain't dying because
Jorgrum
he's
he-
technically Yoren Watch's right hand man.
Yes.
Other
Yep.
It's not even just that. I feel like
Uryu.
he hasn't done much.
exactly.
Yeah, and
which is-
Uryu is,
I mean,
is probably
apologize.
not dead
Uryu's
either.
not dying because
Yes.
he's the anti-hero hero.
Exactly.
Right.
So-
He has to meet Ichigo
There has
for
to
them
be,
to
you know what
have
I'm
that
saying?
Ichigo
So
fight.
plot twist. We
Yeah.
know this is not the end, but some of them might die.
Yeah.
But we know that this ability that she used has potential on anybody else. Granted, whoever's gonna survive on some fluky shit.
Because
is
everybody
gonna
else
fuck
was
people
worried
up.
except those two.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody else was like, no, and that's what I noticed it too. These niggas was like, whatever.
Unemotional. Yeah, no emotions.
Like,
bro.
dude was getting burnt to a crisp. Like, eh.
He was like, get away from me.
Yeah, he was like, I'll get out of this suit.
He didn't even scream when, like, he
Didn't.
literally combusted in fire and he was just like, I don't know how to get this fire off of me.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't even nothing like he was panicking or nothing. So it was like, all right, I can't count him out. Like,
yeah, exactly. So, you know, it literally showed us that this one thing Bleach has done the entire time is kept us on our toes.
On our
you
toes.
can never fully guess what's going to happen
Yep.
next, except for something like we know these niggas are going to die based on interpretations of what we know.
Right.
But realistically speaking, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
They might kill one of them niggas. It might just be Urua or whatever. And he might be the only one to live. Everybody die.
Everybody
You know what I'm
does,
saying?
yeah.
We don't know, but what I do like is that they're keeping us on our toes. They're making us want to come back next week. Obviously, now we're not going to get one next week because this is a two-piecer finale.
Mhm.
But if it was an episode next week, you wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
You would make sure to be up early enough to watch this
You're
episode.
like, no, I need to get that.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then the last thing that we're going to get into with Bleach was the fact that Ichibe. The
Again.
last part of the Ichibe fight against Yoren Watch.
Man, bro.
Man,
That whole
Yes.
fight was amazing, though.
Period.
From start to finish. Because Yoren Watch up to now has been seemed like he's unstoppable. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Ichibe has been the anti-Yoren Watch.
Yes.
Like, he literally, like, every move that Yoren Watch is just, like, thinking he's cocky with,
Yeah.
Ichibe literally was like, boy, respect your elders.
Yep.
Don't refer to me like that. Boy, how much times? Yeah, all right, let me cut you down.
Yep.
All right, cool. Let me beat you up. And in just that end fight is just amazing because he's at the end he boosted his people up. You know what I mean? But then in this fight too with Ichibe, he showed you what his Bankai is really about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not Bankai,
His
but he
sword.
showed you what his
Yeah,
sword
this
is really about.
I love how you said it because it's like, you know what? People will call this a Bankai, but, you know,
Mhm.
I made this before that it
Yeah.
was even a thing. That's how raw it was when he just whipped it out.
That's how you know he's numero uno captain.
Yeah.
Yep. He
And
is
man-
that man.
And it's something so simple as like it takes your name away and it makes you basically nothing.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't. You're like, oh, that's his power. He just takes your name away. At first, when you hear
Yeah,
it,
you're like,
it doesn't
what?
mean it doesn't sound like it's strong. But oh, yeah.
But what's the number one rule in anime? Always name your move. There hasn't been an anime where there's a
That's
move
right.
that hasn't been named.
Yeah.
That's true.
You have a name for your move. So if you take away that name for the move, it's just a normal slash.
That's true.
It's just
A
like
normal punch.
I can do the same thing you just did.
Yep.
And it
I
means
agree.
nothing. So low key means like it seems stupid, but it's like literally like an overpowered move.
Yeah,
It
like
is.
at one point he said like I'm gonna take the M away from arm, so now
Mhm.
you have R, and what he's doing is his arms are just dangling.
Yeah.
He couldn't activate it or he couldn't use it at all.
Yep. And it was just It was just crazy. And then you see the fight where he covers him all the way. He takes all his name off. You know, you no longer have a name. He was like, you know what? I'll rename you. I'll rename you Black Ant. Yep. So I can squash you like the little black ant you are. And he puts the black ant on him. And it was masterful that way he did it too. I'm not going to lie. I loved how he did the calligraphy of it. I'm not sure if that's how you say that in Japanese. I love the way he did the calligraphy on that and then stamped it on him and then finished him off with the straight sumo stomp like a real ant, bro. That's why I loved how he did it. Man. He literally put him as an ant and finished him like an ant.
Yep. Sent him right down, going towards the Sarate as if he never was up there in the first place.
Yeah.
And it leaves us to believe that the fight's over, that's it for Urine Watch, that his court guards are done, and this is it, that the Royal Palace defended himself.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I don't believe that. Because after we figure all that out, we see one of the 12 captains. Can I see his name real quick? He's the 13th court guard captain. He's taking over everything now. He's basically, damn, his name is hard.
Jushiro Kitaka?
Him right there.
Oh, you talking about the Jiro?
Yeah, man. So he's over here talking about, it's no longer about the Sarate. It's about the Royal Palace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows that he's about to have to put hands up at the Royal Palace because now he is in charge of the Sarate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He is number one now.
He's the new Yamamoto.
So he can't just sit down in the Sarate and
do
be
nothing.
Yeah, because especially after he just saw all the Quincy's are pretty much dead.
Yep.
So he's like, ain't really much for me to do down here. And then we see the 13th Division Utake is finally about to get into the business.
Bro, the bro been sick for fucking
for
ages.
the longest.
Yeah.
We
saw something really dope
his best
here,
moment is him coughing up blood.
Facts.
Yeah, right.
Facts.
But you did see a raw moment with him. You see like the little shadow and it looked
Yeah, I mean, that
like
was, I guess, was his rawest moment. But before that, we thought he was just a sickly...
Yeah, the last time he fought was during the Espadas.
Yeah.
When he was fighting the Espadas, and that was 100 years ago.
100.
So, it shows that there's definitely going to be more to that fight coming up.
I love it, though.
And I think that what we saw now and going into the next core, because the first two cores have only done but give us the greatness that we've decided to embellish and to enjoy. Yeah. And I have not been let down in any of the first two seasons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think my verdict on the final two episodes, the finale of Bleach, was 10 out of 10. I think they gave masterfully displayed exactly what we wanted to see. We obviously everybody's mad about Ichigo and we're still gonna wait about that, but that's the build up for the next season. But if you take Ichigo out of the equation, you just say, yo, you watch Bleach on pure hands and pure people getting fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm okay. It gave me everything this season that I could have asked for in every way, shape, or form. Anybody's fight who was important that we've wanted to see fight has put up a fight.
Yeah.
It hasn't been no quick shit, no in and out, no, oh man, I'm gonna give an ability and then die. No, these men have given everything in these fights. And we have seen nothing but top tier animation during these fights. They have not slacked off.
Yeah.
You've never seen a fight and was like, man, that was subpar. No, every fight has been legit. So me personally, 10 out of 10. They did not mess up this season except for the week that they skipped. And what did they do? They say, here you go, nigga. End of the season, they say, let me get you a two-piece.
Two-piece.
You know what I'm saying?
With a biscuit.
10 out of 10, no qualms here. Best anime of this season, hands down to me.
Okay. That's bold.
Hands down.
That's
bold. He went there.
I can see it though. I can see it.
He went there, but Bleach has been really consistent. Like
it really has.
They really hasn't let you down. Like they put this part of the arc in there, and this arc has delivered. Like if you ask for an arc, this is an arc that you would suggest somebody to watch because it's like, yo, it gives you a little bit of story. And it gives you the hands.
Yep.
Like, and then the thing is you kind of expect, like, so there's a little expectation that you know there's a back and forth struggle going on. But every time you're invested in that back and forth struggle. You know what I mean? It's not like, yo, I know that this is going to happen. It's like, man, I know, I'm pretty sure, please come back. Please come back. You know what I mean? They come back. Like, the 13 guards come back. But then the Yoan watches and the Ritters come back. So it's just that internal struggle of that fight. And it gives you kind of a little bit of the sameness, but you love every last bit of it. Like, it's not a repetitiveness of how the internal struggles they are. So I really love it. My final verdict on is going to be like a 9-7. Those last two episodes, I love how they won. And I really give it because they gave us 2 episodes.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, my gosh. It was
a pleasant surprise.
Yo, it was amazing because... You would be low-key mad because you took that last week off. I mean, that week off, and you're like, dang, bro, you kind of jipped me on that. They was like, no, here you go. Yep. 2 beautiful, masterful episodes of a great thing. I'm gonna give it a 9.8, but it was just really amazing. It was I love that Bleach did that.
I'm happy that with the fact that he threw out 2 episodes, gave it a 0.1 extra in rating.
He did.
He's like, it's a 9.7, and they gave me 2 episodes, so it's a 9.8,
bro.
I take it.
It's a 9.8, bro, because you gave me 2 of those.
There you go. That's it. Works for me.
As a manga reader, since I've kind of know how the events kind of flow. Again, this is the beauty of anime, because when I watch it, I do forget a lot of stuff that's happened. So I feel like things happen for me for like the first time all over again. It's like I'm watching it for the first time all over again. And again, with the whole anime original Bankai of her, that never happened in the manga at all.
It was
so
beautiful.
Again, it was beautiful and a pleasant surprise.
I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, for me, like on a final verdict, I will say the last 2 episodes would definitely basically a 10 out of 10. The last 2 episodes. Yeah. I'll say for the season, I will give it a solid 9.9. I will say I will give it a solid 9. And just because that I feel like we had so much build up on the first season with Ichigo and training and everything, and then we just got kind of like a little glimpse of it, which it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because in this season, it's more showcasing everybody else, and I do enjoy that and I do love that
because they have to show the power scale. My bad.
Exactly. No, you're right. They have to show the power scale. But I just do feel like again, Ichigo is basically kind of sidelined for the season. Yeah. Even though we do see little glimpses, like again, they showed him a little bit on these episodes, and I don't know, the whole struggle that he has with the whole struggle that Ichigo has with Uryu, it's not hitting me as I wish it did. It doesn't feel like urgent or anything like that. Yeah. And I really do wish that they would have fixed that. And again, that's the only glaring issue I have. Besides that, everything else is perfect. The animation has been top tier. I have no problems with how the episodes been, especially the last 5 episodes have been freaking amazing. Everything, I want to say the last 5 episodes are 10 out of 10. I don't think there's anything wrong with them.
Yep.
Besides Ichigo.
Yeah. Well, that struggle that Ichigo got, Jujutsu doesn't have it. Because even though this last episode doesn't make me say, God damn it, that was great. It is a good episode. I think that the episode definitely started off with, especially where it left off with Gojo being sealed. Yeah. It kind of filled in a lot of the questions that people were asking in terms of like, what's going on? Like now that is Gojo sealed? Like, how did we get here? And
honestly, they had to. Honestly, the thing is their plan. I didn't fully understand what their plan was in the beginning. I know they wanted to seal Gojo. But once that happened, what were you trying to do? Exactly. Now I realize that what their plan is trying to bring up a world of curses.
Yes.
So they're trying to make the world where curses are more prominent. And they actually can be ruling the world. Yeah. So they show that Gojo, and they're talking trash, and Gojo's like, "Yo, just send me away, bro. I don't even want to hear you talking anymore. You're annoying me." So they sealed him up.
Oh, and I'm sorry, man. I gotta talk about this. Before that, Gojo was telling Geto, "Are you really gonna let this man do this to you?"
Oh,
bro. And then you just see the arm kind of like twitch a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just completely snap. You see the veins and everything popping out. He starts choking. Like the arm starts choking himself. Mm-hmm. And then you see, I love the conversation that Geto and Mahito had regarding what comes before the body, like the soul comes before the body, and then Mahito's like, no, that doesn't work with my power. Yeah, and like it's like a good it gave you like a nice little quick philosophical question of like what comes first, the chicken or the egg. But it's in regards to the soul and the body. Yes. But then he even said that, you know what? It could be interpreted in 2 different ways.
Yeah.
And I
just love how it just shows that like they know that they don't have anything mastered and they're still trying to learn the world. So the world that they're trying to build on is like nothing like that. They're like, I'm sure that this is gonna happen. They're still learning as they go.
Right, and I love the reaction that Geto just had. He's like, "Oh, I've never seen this happen before," and he's been alive for centuries, bro.
Jugo had the reaction in Geto's body. You said Geto had the reaction.
No, Geto did have the reaction.
No, Geto's
the one that
Geto was like,
okay, but aren't you referring to Jugo's reaction to Geto doing that?
No, Geto. Geto's the one that was surprised about this, and he's the one that was having
just
conversation
laughing about it. Like he wasn't even worried.
It's not Geto. It's Jugo. Geto's the body. Jugo is the guy that we found out's controlling Geto.
No, Jugo's
the fire guy, bro.
Yeah, Jugo's the fire guy.
No, I mean not Jugo. The guy that took over.
Yeah, I know, but his name is not Jugo.
No, it's no. What did they? It was with a J.
Yeah, it was it's
or maybe it was
Keikaku or some shit. I'll look for it now. But yeah.
But long story short, anyways, I think that the anime itself, giving the explanation of what we had to figure out, why the sealing happened, what they're gonna do afterward, finding out that they're wanting to release thing. Also having I thought it was cool that they were having the discussion whether they were gonna kill Yuji or not,
Yuji,
because they wanted to either make Yuji into Sakuna and basically saying like, if we make him into Sakuna, he's number one in charge.
Yeah.
We'll get the demons, but we basically chop liver after that.
Yeah.
Or we could just release the demons ourselves, kill Yuji, fuck Sakuna, and we could take over and we could do the same shit.
And we running things.
And we could run things. But he was like basically saying like, no, because Sakuna's really gonna make it so that we
Jugo wanted that, yeah.
He's really gonna make it that way. You know, he's really gonna make it worse for these people. And then Mahito and Geto, for now Geto.
Quick interruption, real quick. His name is Kenjaku.
Kenjaku is his name.
Kenjaku.
I apologize. So Kenjaku and Mahito are basically like, Mahito's like, I want him dead. I don't really give a damn. I just want to be me.
Right.
Because that's his personal
He's like, I'm going to do what I want to do. My desire is to kill him. And I feel like I should. Yep. So why not? Why? He was like, the true aspects of curses is following the desires of what they want to do.
Right.
So why should I not kill Yuji? Because that's what I desire right now. So let me go ahead and put the pity paps to him. Yep. And Ayo Chozu, you in a battle to kill him? Cool, let's go ahead and do that. And then they dipped off.
Yeah.
And then Jugo was like, no, wait, I want to make a Sakuna. Wait up for me.
Yeah.
So now if they even...
Bro, but the best part, I'm sorry, because we skipped. The best part is that Gojo is still the GOAT. Because we just... Bro, they're walking away, they're walking away, right? Trying to like, all right, so we're going to go over here. Gojo's like, over there, like, boop, puts the gravity down, makes a hole. They're like, what's going on? They're like, this pesky mother... Gojo just cannot just stay like he messes up the plans all the time.
Every time. So what happened is that the Prism Realm hasn't fully absorbed Gojo. So now they have to wait for it to fully absorb Gojo before they're able to move the Prism Realm. And like again, it put a damper in all their plans, which is the reason why they started talking about the whole Yuji. Now we're gonna have to kill Yuji. Do we want to say Yuji just for Sakuna?
I have a question. Why do you think the Prism Realm took so long to absorb Gojo? Is it because of his ability?
Infinite,
time?
yes.
And because he has so much information.
So, and that's another thing I want to touch on, and that we haven't really get to talk about. When it first started the episode, I don't know if y'all noticed, but you saw Chozu and Jugo. I'm sorry, Chozu and Jugo had like the little sleepy eyes, looked like they were passed out. They were completely done from the domain expansion.
Yeah.
The same thing that happened to the Mew, they were just completely knocked out.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, so because of remember, this is Gojo that's doing it, and his mind is always working with like the infinite at all times. So that's why the whole Prism Realm is taking so much longer to try to analyze Gojo because of that.
That
sounds.
I want to let you know that thing is crazy. Gojo, I just love how Gojo just is like, you think that you have me, but like. And like I just know that Gojo's cocky because he knows he got people to help him and back him
yeah,
up.
He did.
Which is why he said
and then
he's chilling in the back.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Mekumaru still came through on that, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Mekumaru is that guy, dog.
No.
You can't
and
put
you
no
thought
respect
he
on
got
that?
everything, and then he played another significant role in this episode.
Yeah.
Wait,
Came out of nowhere. Yeah,
is he dead or is he
he's
not
dead.
He's
He
dead.
is dead.
So that's
He
just,
A fail safe.
Yeah, what he did. You know how it was in Hunter x Hunter when Gon killed Neferpitou or Pitou, and then Pitou even after dead managed to do something, managed to like have her and try to still protect the king, and it acted. That's basically the same thing he did, but with his cursed energy. He did a fail safe just in case if he did die to tell his friends, and like he left devices. Because he already calculated that Gojo was going to go down in that tunnel.
Yeah.
He already know about the whole Shibuya accident. He was like, okay, who can I trust? Oh, I can
Yeah,
trust
Mekamaru's that guy.
Yuji because Yuji is fresh new, so he won't be like an enemy or anything like that. He won't be corrupted or be an enemy. Again, he had levels and it's plans on top of plans on top of plans. This is the reason why I love this arc so much.
Mekamaru really came through and shined on this one because he had one of the best fight scenes in this arc so far.
Yes.
And then he came through with the most clutchest part. Like, inform Yuji that, Gojo sealed. We need to do this. And we need to he convinced Mei that was one of the rawest ones. Like, look, you got to believe me on this. Just put your trust in me.
Yeah.
And it was paying off. Yuji went and escaped. He went out there and escaped and run out to tell everybody. Nobody's cell phone works, so he has to somehow communicate to everybody to realize, look, come to me so we can go ahead and game plan to see if we can get Gojo out. He climbs all the way top to the building and just starts yelling, Nanami!
Yeah.
Nanami! Yo, just yelling, and everybody's just like, what the is going on, dog? This nigga crazy.
And then he said it.
And then he said it.
Gojo has been sealed.
And everybody was like, oh, no, this is serious. Let's find out what's going on, dog.
And I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for Mekamaru, they would have never learned. They would never learn that Gojo was sealed.
Yep.
And honestly, Nanami, Megumi, and everybody else would have never gone to the train station.
Yep. Plans would have went through flawlessly if it wasn't for that. He went and yelled, told everybody in the area.
Yeah, so it wasn't just Gojo that forwarded their plans. It's also Mekamaru basically forwarded the plans because now everyone knows that Gojo got sealed and now they have to do something about it.
They got to do something about it. And they also know that Gojo's implanted in that one spot. So they have to hurry up and act to get to that.
And how do they know? Because of Mekamaru. Just want to put
Mekamaru's that boy.
He might have been C-tier, but like, yo, that man.
He's that person you need on your championship team. I'm just saying.
He's a good assist guy. I got you.
Even though he did get traded from the last team last minute ago, and he may have given him a little bit of information, but you still needed him on your team.
He's a slight rat, just a little bit.
He's a little low-key rat.
He's a little bit ratish.
He got a little rat.
Yeah, I'm not saying perfect or nothing like that.
Bro, and then we find out that those twin girls really ratted on. They was really the snitches.
So, yes, that, and also we kind of find out that you really gotta be specific on when you're making a promise with somebody.
Yeah,
because it's like, if you would have done this as a binding vow, then maybe, but because he didn't,
get the hell out of my way. You're gonna regret it. I'm like, yo.
No, what he really said, I'm gonna kill you with this body that you love.
Yeah.
So that was like,
yeah.
He's cold.
He let him know.
I'm like, that is cold.
And they went away because it was like, look,
right,
that's the last thing I really would want. So I'm gonna slide out. But you're gonna regret this, please. Hopefully, somebody.
Swear to God.
Yeah. This is again. It was a setup episode, but from here on, I think again we got a lot of points where again it was plans on top of plans, and now new plans are being made by the villains. Now the good guys are gonna instead of just waiting for Gojo to finish it, now they had to save Gojo. So there's a whole new
aspect of everything going on.
So man, yeah.
I think in terms of, like I said, episodes from this season, my verdict on this episode is probably a 9. I'll give it a 9 because, like I said, it didn't have the craziest action in it. It had a little bit of something when Yuji's running through the town, saving some of the people, hitting some of the demons apart. You see Yuji's just smacking them aside. Right. But it gave you the information necessary to tie the episodes together, to fully understand where it's going, where it's been, where it might head to. And it gives you more insight on, kind of like how Bleach did all the other characters before they bring Yuji back in. Yeah. Before they let Yuji come and be Yuji, because that's what's going to happen moving forward. What I assume is that Yuji's going to start now being, I'm going to get involved and start fighting these demons and try to get
character because he's not,
because he's supposed to be. So I think, again, I gave it a 9 because it gave me everything I needed in terms of information, understanding, and it gave me a little bit of action. And again, I understood it was a setup episode, right? So I understand giving that. I'll keep it with a 9.
And like for me, like again, this is bringing the hype. This episode is bringing the hype because now everybody knows, like, yo, we can't count on Gojo. We're gonna have to do something. So people are actually gonna get out their butts and do something about it. So for me, I gotta give this episode an 8. The only reason I get an 8 because I really do not like how the fact that their curse energy did show up in front of Yuji and Mei, and we didn't even see Yuji kind of run past. He kind of just like
he just escaped.
He just escaped, and I don't know. I feel like we should have seen some action with Mei there, like how she allowed Yuji to escape because it literally went from they see the curse to now he's already running outside of the subway. Which that's my only glaring issue with that. Besides that, everything else, I love the setup. I love the reveal of everything. I love the conversations between the characters. I love how we're getting to see more information is being given to us, and I do love how they're explaining everything, because everything again, this has been plans on top of plans, and it's been just a lot of changes. I've been enjoying it.
I'm not gonna lie, I low key agree with you because I'm gonna give it an 8 too. I really think I like how this is. It's a setup arc, so I understand everything that's going on, and it really. Like, really, the highlight of the arcs was that Gojo's literally a goat because even though he's sealed, he literally can still impact the whole game and impact the whole plan,
Right.
and still put a kink in their plan so that he can bring his team to win. And he believes in his team to come and get him and win. And Yuji delivered on it, and it shows Yuji go ahead and yells to everybody, hey, look, we need to go ahead and Gojo's sealed. Let's get to it. So Nanami is going ahead and resurrecting the plan. But now everybody else sees. What I do like about that is how they forecasted how now all the other curses know that Gojo is no longer a factor in the world, and how everybody's beating their chest like, oh, yo, Gojo's not here? Then who gonna beat me, huh? Who gonna stop me, huh?
Yeah.
Who gonna stop me, huh?
Yeah.
So they all feeling themselves. They snip. All right, bet Gojo not around. Bet let's do what we want to do. It's about time to pop off. I've been ready to pop off. So yeah, I love, and I feel like there's a building of a hype of the next episode. But I feel like there was really a lot of highlights going on in the episode. The highlight was Gojo. Highlight was Mekumaru, and it's not like, you know what I mean. That's it. So, but I give it an 8.
I do also want to touch on too. I love the viewpoint that we see from Jugo, the fire demon, the fire curse. The way that he says, like, he really doesn't care what happens to him. He really just wants to do everything for future curses. And again, like you touched about earlier, how he just wants to change the world for curses. Mm-hmm. I definitely did like how they incorporate that in this episode as well. Okay. I just want to make sure I want to touch upon it.
So you give it 8?
I give it 8.
You give it 8?
I give it 8.
And I give it 9. So average is about an 8 for that season.
Yeah.
What's 8 minus 8?
No, for the episode. For the episode.
Oh, what's 8 minus 8?
8 minus 8 is 0.
Okay, that's what I give Mushoku Tensei season 2. A fucking 0. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's what I give it. The whole season. Wait a minute. Okay?
Go ahead.
I spent an entire season watching this man try to get his dick up for a nigga that he thought was a girl that was a girl that he thought was a nigga. Okay? He spent the whole time. That's all he did.
Yeah.
And then he finally finds out that the nigga's a girl when he thought the nigga was a nigga. So now it's a girl. So it's okay that his pee-pee goes up for the girl, but not when it was a nigga. So now he's going to marry the girl, and now his pee-pee gets up. The end of season 2. Is that what I really wasted my time for?
So my argument with that is that, so I knew that this was gonna happen. I knew that this was gonna happen. They prelimed it. They his pee-pee didn't get up. They knew that he was gonna go to the academy. They knew that we knew he was gonna meet Sophie.
You're right.
And I pretty much knew that Sophie was gonna be the one who was gonna resurrect it. They drew it out a very long way. The final episode of that was really a good episode. On the final episode of it, I didn't mind it because it really it like. Honestly, when you look at it in total, you're like, dang, you really get me 13 episodes really to get me to the ending of this.
Yeah.
But you were kind of happy. And I felt like that the way that they kind of did it was, like, I was proud of it because not a lot of animes actually go for it. Like, my boy went for it. And I don't know. I give him props for that, bro.
Went for what?
He went for that poom poom.
In what sense?
Boy, that boy tried to get to it.
He tried to get everything.
And he got to it.
When he thought it was a nigga.
Nah, he got an elixir. And Shorty got the elixir. And then
He
went for it, bro.
And it was foreshadowed in the first season. I'm not gonna lie. It was the same elixir
but
we saw
but
that
you
it
did,
was
it was foreshadowed. But
yes,
you think that was how it was gonna end up?
No, and it was good.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was good.
So it was good.
It was. But I will say my only gripe about the season is the fact that I did not expect the entire season to be this way. I do feel like we got a lot of like nothing burger in between. It's like in between the parts of the final half of this, like the last 6-7 episodes were really feeling uneventful. And I feel like they didn't put, how I say, too much effort into the magic school. Okay, that did not feel like a magic school to me.
The magic school that everybody raw went to. And is raw now because they went there, but he goes there because his pee won't go up.
No, but he's a special student there, so he doesn't follow the same rules that everybody else goes to.
I know.
What I understand about your argument is that the magic school wasn't really elaborated on.
Feel like it.
Mainly what the magic school was him trying to teach the sculptures, and him trying to get his pee up, and his a little bit of interaction with Sophie.
He also held girl captives. He fought a demon god.
No,
he did all these
and you think that wasn't good enough. And I understand that.
The demon god fight was still one of the lackluster things that it should have been. It should have been a really top tier thing, and it really didn't feel like it.
It was really whack.
I still feel like the best thing that he's done this entire season when he stopped that blizzard nonchalantly.
That's it.
Yeah. I thought it was getting that poom, but that's fine with me. He got that. You know what I mean?
No, but the thing is, I do enjoy that.
That was the best part for me. I was when he got that, I was like, yes, sir.
I'm not gonna lie, but even then, when I want to give that to you, but then it was so dragged out the last 4 or 5 episodes of her not wanting to.
Bro, have you not had a dragged out relationship where you finally got the poom and you was like,
all right.
Woo!
Yeah, but let me tell you something.
Got it.
Guess what? First season was top tier.
Really
and guess
was.
what the last episode was? Getting Poom.
No,
he got Poom from
but that's the thing.
But look,
but he got to that age
reversed though.
But that's the thing. You gave me
he got Poom first season. I mean, first part.
His PP worked in the first season, so it was a raw season, and he got Poom at the end. His PP didn't work in the second season. It sucked, and he still got Poom at the end.
Bro, like be 100 with you. If your PP couldn't get up, are you that nigga no more? Nah, you have a little bit of less confidence in you. And you can't bowl like you normally bowl. Damn, I really want to bowl, but my thing can't even get up.
You know who was like that
when
too?
you know you long, strong, long John, you balling to the ceiling. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. Your testosterone on fleek like you. Yo, nobody can stop you.
You're right.
So you can't blame him for not doing nothing wrong when his PP can't get up, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. In that same energy we saw in the final episodes, because his cousin, the Gray Rat cousin, he was like, "Oh, that's it. Oh, he can't get it up." That explains everything, bro. No, and then the princess was talking shit and talking mad smack, and he was like, "No, you don't understand. As a man,
that's everything,
bro. That's everything. It explains everything how
that's
he is.
why
He's
his demeanor was the way he was.
That's why his demeanor is all this way. Completely understandable. He's the one that came in clutch and solved the issue too.
Yeah, he was like, "Look, I got this elixir. I just want to let you know if you drink this." He gonna be crazy. So
you see, this is
just to let you know, if he drink that, be ready to give it up.
Yeah, he's basically
because he's not gonna be. If you're not ready, he gonna take it.
Yeah, and just in case if you don't think you can handle it, just make sure you take some yourself too.
Right.
And that's exactly what. Exactly what happened.
And she took some too. Like wait.
So what you're telling me is Mushoku Tensei got a part-time membership with Viagra?
No, well, Blue Chew I was gonna say, but yeah,
Blue
Chew. Yeah.
So
they was sponsored by Blue Chew. Yeah.
Okay. So I had to watch an entire season
Honestly,
to have this.
hold on. Can you actually realize? I'm not gonna lie. That actually just hit me right now. He literally got cured by freaking Viagra.
Yes.
It wasn't no magic. It was nothing else. It was not him finding the love of his first lover or nothing like that. No, it wasn't.
Bro,
it was
because
Viagra.
the first time his thing ever worked was with Sophie. When she fell on top of him, he was like, this thing works still.
He got a chub.
It went woo.
He just got a chub.
It works still.
Not a chubby, a chub.
Bro, they don't have half the food he had in Japan. You think they got Viagra out there? That's amazing. He had to scare the world, to find Viagra. But they don't have a cell phone.
A magic school.
And we got that easily.
I will say this, too. They really
Viagra's not just available to everybody out there.
And it's not, because I was going to say, they really made it a point of emphasis, thank you.
You're welcome.
That bottle of Viagra that they had, actually, if you transfer that to US dollars, it's $100,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it was a lot of money.
It was a lot of money that homeboy gave to Sophie to give to him. So it was $100,000. That's how much the Viagra was. Yes. Okay. That's how much it's worth. I just want to put that out there. It wasn't magic or nothing like that. It was just
I was hyped. I know y'all probably think, but at the end of the episode, he got it, bro. Not a lot of anime shows you. They show you we fell in love. And
for the second time, Brad. It did it last season.
Bro, but how many animes you seen the nigga get poom twice?
You know what? Couple. I can tell you the truth. I've seen a couple.
Yeah, not really.
I have. Is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but it's not relevant.
My thing is,
they don't really hit that.
This yes, they do. Slice of life,
and not like you seen that they hit that. Like they go down in bed and he's like, yo, my boy hit that.
I know.
I'm just saying he shows us like, yo, my boy hit that.
I know.
And it was just a proud moment. That I was like, it's like that one time when you see your one homeboy simping over a girl, and you're like, bro, Are you finna get that or what, dog? You been spending all your time. You done left me to hang out with this shorty. Like, did you
Could
at
be
least
that
beat?
way.
You're like, no, it's not like that. I really like her. You're like, my boy, you at least beat. And then that one time he come around chipper as hell. You're like, boy, you beat? And he's like, yeah. You're like,
But that's
by the time
High
my
fives
boy
and
got
daps,
to that.
But that's exactly what I felt like this whole season. I was just watching this nigga find his
didn't
way
need it, though.
around.
Bro,
getting-
but
I didn't need that.
You
I didn't
acting
need that
like
in
that
this.
never
You're right.
happened to nobody,
No,
though.
it had.
Yeah, but I didn't
But
even
I'm not
watch
gonna
it in the
lie.
anime.
Everybody's had to chase after that for a minute.
This didn't need to be a whole slice of life.
It didn't.
Thing. It didn't need to be that way.
I understand that.
It
I
didn't need
understand
to
that
be that
because
way.
I didn't come into the season thinking that was gonna be. But when I had the understanding of like, all right, bet now he got to get
No.
Sophie.
Yeah. I mean,
it
I
made the
understand.
episodes not so horrible to me.
I'm not saying that it wasn't okay that all this happened and like how dramatic and how
I just
again
think-
the progression and this guy he's finally he's able to achieve what he did.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking that. What I'm just knocking is that I just expected a little bit more to happen in this magic school that didn't happen, especially comparable to season 1. Like we barely see him use any magic.
Yeah.
He really didn't learn nothing else. The only thing he was doing was just again doing basic. He was doing the one punch man exercises.
Yeah.
Okay, running around and doing push-ups.
Yeah.
That's
For
basically
what?
what he's been doing.
Kind of.
For what?
And yes, he has been doing research.
You know what? You know
And
what
he's-
was for what?
Yes,
So he can get laid,
And
and
you-
that's why I give
and
it
you know what?
a
And you know
9.
what? And
And
you-
that's
you
why
know what
my
we
verdict
learned?
on it is a 9.
And you know what we
I
learned?
mean, look, I don't know how long it is, but in my opinion, if you had a goal in the end and it was to get some, and you got some, was that not a win? That's a win to me.
Gotcha.
I give this final episode a 9 because he got it.
I give this final episode a 7, and I'm gonna give it for the season to be a 6. And only thing I'm learning is that if you ever have problems, go get Viagra, and it's gonna cure your problem.
Bro, you acting like he can get anything he wants in this world. If he wants to get ramen, you know what's gonna happen? Nothing. He can't get ramen. You know why? All they
You're
got
right.
is meat and potatoes.
You're right.
So
So how you think they're gonna get Viagra? If Viagra
got
is a
it.
thing.
But he
yes,
got
it. Thing.
Yes, but it was the most expensive thing ever. And
really
he had to
was.
scare the world and come to the most prestigious school of all the land
Actually-
to find the royal guard of a princess.
Actually,
to find
time out.
the thing.
Time out.
Time out.
Like-
It was explained. Let me just clarify.
So that was the most epic
Hold on.
search for
So
it.
the thing was that
And then
we
found
saw
the
it.
love of his life.
Hold on.
And smash.
So let me just kind of just put something on there real
Contact.
quick. So the thing is that the Viagra was actually everywhere before, but the thing
No, it
is
wasn't.
because of the teleportation thing.
No, it wasn't. You're crazy.
Because of
It was in
teleportation
one
thing.
village
Hold
that
on.
everybody can access.
Hold on. Because of the teleportation thing,
Yes.
and it killed the person that actually created it, so they have no way to remaking it. That's the reason why that Viagra
It wasn't
became
available to
so
everybody,
much,
though.
Not no more. It was before.
Bro, yes, if you
It
can
was
travel
like
to
5
that
or 10
village
gold
and
pieces
it-
before.
Yes, but
and now it's like 100.
It was manufactured in that one village.
Yeah.
So if you
Exactly,
took the
because of
manufactured plant from
teleportation.
that one village,
But it was readily available
It was-
because people
but-
knew how to make it, but now no one knows how to make it.
no one else knew how to make
Not
it.
no
Josh.
more.
No, if everybody knew how to make it in another village, then they would have just continued to make it, and it wouldn't have made it
They
that
did-
valuable.
that's what I'm saying.
It was only made
Because
in
of the
one village,
teleportation happened.
and you had to either
You're right.
export that from that village or come to that village
Exactly,
to
but
get
it was readily available.
So it was
but no
still-
one can make it anymore because
it-
the person that made
Bro,
it died. They even said
you're-
it.
Bro, you're acting like everybody
Oh,
could have
man.
got it.
Before.
No, it was still
Before the
something you had
teleportation
to have
thing,
money
yes.
to get it, dog.
Before the teleportation,
You
it wasn't
had-
that expensive. I'm
Bro,
telling you that right now.
some guy working in the little bars and stuff like
Okay.
that, cleaning up things, was not be able to be like, yo, let me get that Viagra. Let me get no. He wasn't
were
able,
able to
he
get it
wasn't able
before.
to afford it.
I'll tell you, you could
Even
get it
before he wouldn't be able to afford
All right,
it.
well, I'm gonna show
I
you.
guarantee you he wouldn't be able to afford it because it was made in one village. And if you can export it from that one village, sure. But you're acting
Yes,
like the export.
they did.
You acting like exportation was in trucks.
They
Bro,
said it.
They
It
literally
was
had to
10
go
gold
on a horse
pieces?
and carriage and travel for 7 weeks
In the
to get to the
episode.
next village.
In the episode,
to
it
get
said
to it. So the
it
exportation
was 10 gold
not good.
pieces and it went to 100 because of that. 10, it went literally from $10 or from $10,000 to $100,000 because the person that was doing the ingredients and everything died, and all the way to create that died
This man
because
acting
of the teleportation.
This man,
Before the teleportation,
this
it
man's
was
acting
possible.
like the average person in the village can afford $10,000. Like, that's not a lot from the yump, bro.
I mean,
You're
put
trying
your
to
mind
tell
to it,
me
maybe.
if somebody was like, yo, your PP don't work, give me $10,000, you would be like, oh, cool, money. I got $10,000 to give you. No, you're going to be like, damn, my boy, $10,000 for some PP workage? That's some big stuff. That's like 3 months of my work. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of money.
Hey, I'm just saying, but the thing is, people become adventurers because you see Elise that bangs everybody in their mother, and she's the one that's paying them, and still has a shit ton of money.
No, you're devaluing the value of that in the first place. So the value of that was so epic because it was very valuable in the first place.
Yeah, no.
Because not every average man could. No, you're acting like the average man could be like, let me run up to the local a market area and get me a little.
It was rarely available though.
No,
but it was rarely available.
Yes, but
before.
nobody was able to afford it. It wasn't like the average man. You had to be like a landowner, to afford that.
You're right. You had to be what's her name? Because she bought it. The girl with the red hair. Forget her name right now.
You talking about the princess?
No, not the princess. Freaking season 1, the Rudy that actually banged Eris. She bought it for him.
The princess?
Rudy. Yes.
Oh, the princess
but I'm just
that
saying
has a lot of money?
It's ready available.
Who never ever bought anything and just sent her butler out to buy something?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, people buy it.
Of course she was able to buy it, nigga. She was a princess. Like I said, not the average guy can buy it. Princesses can buy it.
I'm just saying,
and where he got it from
an
again?
adventurer could buy
the
it.
Princess's Royal Guard.
No, well,
So, like I said,
he bought it, and then he just kept.
Like I said, bro,
but it's fine.
And what
do you give it? Oh, you gave it a 0, didn't you?
No, he gave it a 0. But what I love
Right.
about this is like you guys are shitting on it because it has 13 episodes.
How
But
are
I
you saying I'm
guarantee you,
shitting on it?
the next episodes are gonna be great, and that's why I think if you had 24 episodes back to back on this anime, that it would change your mind. Because I think the next 12 episodes that they would release would be good, and that's why I prefer like a 24 episode anime, because I feel like it can really expunge upon every aspect of the anime that they really need to do, versus them just throwing out a 12 episode anime and then you have to kind of hop along and wait another year for another 12 episodes for the anime.
I don't feel that way because, first of all, Bleach just had a 12 episode anime, and its prior core part of this one was 13, and the prior was 13. And at no point am I saying I need another 13 so that I can understand or enjoy what I just watched.
Yeah,
I just enjoy it for what it is.
That's true.
And what I will say is, like, regardless, everybody's allowed to have their opinion. I understand that, but I watched a GOAT anime
in first season
turn into a slice of life anime. And literally go from he's doing the most unbelievable magic he can and crazy animation to my dick won't get up. So now I got to get my dick up so I can get this pussy. So that next season you can see how raw I am.
But the thing is, I didn't even understand that.
But
I just didn't need the 4 or 5 episodes of just...
That's it. Just give me 4
The last 12 episodes, if you look at the Mushoku Tensei, wasn't a little hype. It was more of a relationship arc and everything like that.
That's the point.
So they continued on to that. And that's why the arc after that, I think, is going to be hype.
Okay.
And that's why I believe if they released it as a 24 episode, you wouldn't be talking so much.
I will also say, too, this is the first time we've been in one location for so long. Because in the first season, they're literally, after they got teleported, they were going to different towns
but then again,
and different locations in different countries.
The point you're trying to make
every
also
2-3
specifies,
episodes.
it proves our point. They messed up by only allowing this 13 episodes to highlight only this. So we want more. And that's fair to say. But it's not to say that you need another 13 to make it better. They should have made it better in those 13 that they had, or the 12 that they had.
But when this is story arc of an anime, I feel like you can't just rush it. Like fight. So no. But like when you say what Bleach gave you 12 episodes, the thing is Bleach, you can give me a little bit of the backstory of everything going on and then cut right into the fights. But Mushoku Tensei is more story-based anime.
Now.
So, but the thing
it's always been a story-based anime. I never liked Mushoku Tensei because it was a hype-ass fucking anime. The aspect of the storyline for me was the best for me. And that's why I like that anime.
But I also want to say the fact that, again, when he fought the demon god, again, that was lackluster. That could have been done better. Okay,
it could have been
when they got into the fight with the whole other people, they kind of actually showed the demon god defeating all these people instead of just showing them on the ground. Okay, they could have done more. They could have done a better representation of when they were showing that teleportation magic. Mm-hmm. They could have done way more magic effects of that. Okay, they could have done a lot more effects to the other things I will highlight when they were sculpting. When they were again, more magic could have been used when they were trying to show this little Juliet how to sculpt and how to make these little figurines. They could have done a lot of other things to kind of heighten it up. And again, I feel like I got more information. I got a lot of information.
That's what it
in
was.
regard to the world. But the thing is, that wasn't alone. That wasn't enough for me. That's why I don't feel like I enjoyed it too much.
That was
stayed in
your
this-
expectations.
They stayed in this location for freaking 7-8 episodes, I think. And again, the
you got a
whole
lot of
thing about
information.
and the whole thing about Sophie and Rudy I feel like again it was a whole back and forth for almost like no reason. And like I found yes at
All
the end
anime.
you keep saying that, but again this is my verdict and this is my opinion.
I know, I
and
feel
this is
you.
how I felt when I was watching it.
No, I feel
So
you.
how I felt about watching it is again, it didn't feel exciting. Again, you were giving me this all information, but then again, a lot of times I was just kind of bored, and I'm just like, all right, where are you going with this? And they were just regurgitating the same thing. Like Sophie's like, oh, should I tell Rudius? Oh, I kind of want to tell. No, I'm not gonna tell Rudius. And that's how it felt for so many episodes before we got to the end when she finally got the push from the princess to actually do it. Okay, so it's not for my problem is not the fact that this happened. It just I felt like everything in between of this happening because it is big, and I'm glad that he finally got his PP up because God, no man should have to deal with something like that. And I'm happy that he got that up and he got that resolved and everything because it was a really big psyche thing. Because again, I feel like the way that we see in ReZero when we saw all the inner turmoil with Subaru. That was done so much better and more exciting.
Of course.
Okay? There wasn't that much action into it. But I did not feel bored and I didn't feel like anything was dragged out.
It's funny that you mentioned that because that was where I was going to use my point, where I was going to say that this is my thing. Again, it's okay that you think that it was a good episode because you felt like the story and went on the third, whatever.
Right.
Mushoku Tensei from the first season, the whole first season was survival.
Yes.
The whole first season was them traveling through the world, and they kept getting into a lot of shit where these nigga Rudius had to come out of pocket and survive,
right?
Or this girl had to keep him alive, or the other dude had to keep him alive. It was an action-based anime that had story on the underbelly that gave you enough to keep watching him grow. Then it transitioned into a soft-spoken slice of life that nobody's really invested in because his only thing is that he wants to get his dick up so that he can move on and that he can finally be himself and be the great mage that he is. My thing is, Subaru, you knew this nigga was trash from the jump.
Yeah.
There was worked every time.
But the thing was, there was no confusion over
How do we know?
Subaru
We don't know that.
didn't work.
We don't know that. No, hold on.
You know why we didn't know that?
We don't know that.
Because he never smashed.
No.
But
never
you know
smashed,
who did?
though? We don't know.
No.
But you know who did?
Who smashed?
No, but that's not the point.
You already
I'm
know
making.
who did, bro.
But that's not the
He
point I'm
smashed.
making. That's not the
Not
point I'm
You already
making.
Subaru.
know. Not
That's not the point I'm
Subaru
making.
didn't smash.
But you say his PP worked though. How you know?
No, but that has
I know,
nothing-
but that's what I'm trying to say. That in all other anime, we never seen nobody bite down and actually get to it.
What is that?
We see Rudius bite down and get to it twice. The way he laid that pipe down.
You did.
Okay.
You did.
And Subaru didn't lay the pipe down. He followed after her, died 1,000 times, never got the poom.
Yes.
No, you know why?
Never. You know why? Because
He
he's
could've.
a poom poom.
No, because he's a dummy. He could have got it from Rem, but he wanted
Bro,
Amelia.
but
though.
that's not who he wanted it
Amelia.
from. And he chased after her.
He wanted
but
Amelia.
You know who Rudius wanted it from? He wanted
Anybody,
it from the
technically,
president, and he
almost.
got it from everybody. And he could have got it from everybody if he PP worked. And that's why he a real one. Because y'all talking all that trash like he buns, but he the only one that really bit down
It's
and
not the
got
fact-
to the girls who he really wanted to.
It's not the fact that
Everybody
he was
else,
buns.
you talking about all these other animes, but no other anime really bite down. They all talk about girls and be like, oh, I really like her. Oh, I really like her. Oh, I really like her. But they never really get with her. You know what Rudius did? Get with her. You know what he really did? Smash that.
You did. He did.
And you getting mad at
And
him?
it was boring.
You getting mad at it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't have any type of anything
Yeah.
to it.
My boy got it. Y'all hating.
Not at all.
Y'all
Because
like
I didn't I just say I'm happy for my boy.
Y'all like the
Didn't I
boys
say
that be
I'm
in
happy
the
for
club
my
that
boy?
had a crappy time and the one man that got the hit that night. Like, yo, I
So you're
smashed that
telling
one
me
girl.
for
Y'all
an anime to be
y'all
good
like,
for
that
you,
night was
as
whack.
long as
No, that night
as
was
long as
good.
the main character smashes, is a good anime for you. Everything else in between, just don't, you don't
but
care
it was
about.
it's always been
No,
a
that's
story.
what you're focusing because that's what you're focusing on.
It's not.
This. Yes,
it's
it is.
always been a story, and that was the story.
what
What
was the
story was
story?
based around
What was
it.
the story?
So so what you're saying is, you know what was so funny because you're saying we know the anime for this and that. The first 12 episodes was Rudius growing up, Rudius knowing about learning how to be a mage with this girl, and then him actually trying to being able to step out into the world, and him and knowing about Sophie. The first part of that season wasn't that lit. The second part of the season was the part that got really turned up, and you're getting mad at this part of the season for not being that lit when there's a second part that's going to be all the way turned up too. Now the man got his mojo back. He coming at it.
I got you. But the last 5-6 episodes again, it just
a
didn't
waste
feel
of
like.
time.
Again,
Yeah.
they gave me good important info.
But that's why I said I prefer to have 24 episodes, because if I said
24
if
episodes wouldn't
if
help.
it continued on
Yeah.
and you was able to watch the next 12 episodes on,
No,
where it
right.
would turn up more, because the first
You're
part
right.
of the
It will
first
turn on
episodes
more.
wasn't that
I do
turned
believe
up,
that
and now
after
the
this
second part
chapters
will be
was
turned
closed,
up.
it's gonna turn on more. But I still feel like these episodes are not just. Again, it didn't entertain me
24
enough.
episodes wouldn't help that anime, period. 24 episodes would just give you another season of trash.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they're not going in the right direction. I don't give a fuck that he's going for pussy. Nobody cares. You don't watch an anime for the nigga to get pussy. That is
See?
a side bonus. I don't give a fuck if a nigga's getting pussy. Because that's not what an anime's about. If you want to watch a nigga getting pussy, watch hentai. Because that's all they do.
Oh, Goblin
I don't
Slayer.
care about that. Or Goblin Slayer. Exactly. So, I mean, I got animes where niggas get pussy all day. There's plenty of them out there. I don't need to watch those.
sorry.
I don't need to see a whole season about a nigga who can't get his dick up and finally gets it up, and that's the climax of the whole season. That was a waste of my time. It didn't give me anything that you really used to do, nothing that he did, so 24 episodes wouldn't help. 24 episodes would be another waste of production, and it wouldn't give him anything.
No, but
there's plenty of 12 anime episodes that give you everything you need and every core, so you're not worried about whether if it had 12 more, I'd be happy.
Gotcha.
I think 12 is fine. 24 could be great if this, like Subaru ReZero was a 24 anime episode that all 24 episodes were more or less great, but you didn't need the full 24 for the anime. It's just the way they came out. But I don't think that an anime that started off so great to have a second week episode, it gets another 12, doesn't matter. I think anime should stay between 12 and 24. If it gets longer than that, it has to be a top tier anime that people want to invest more than just 12 or 24. But 12 and 24 to me is where it should stay.
I'm not gonna lie though. It really sucks because I'm depending on the anime, because you know what I wish had 24 episodes? Hell's Paradise. If Hell's Paradise came out with 24 episodes instead of just the 12, I feel like it would have been raw. And I feel like I really would definitely enjoy it.
I guess, but like I said, they did it so masterfully. Those 13 episodes were enough. You can wait a season for that. I'm okay with that because one, that gives anime time to breathe.
Okay.
It allows you to see a new anime next season, delve on that, and then have something to come back to. Instead of giving you 24 and then lowering the amount of episodes you get. Now, there's other animes that really ruin 12 episodes, like God of High School and Tower of God.
Well, that's because they crammed 100 manga chapters and everything into those 12.
12 anime episodes in the initial.
Yeah.
That would be my issue. That they would do something like that where they just take all the beautiful information from a manhwa or a manga and stuff it into 12 episodes incorrectly.
Yeah, that's why, again, and especially if they do something like that, it has to be 24 episodes.
Exactly.
You can't pull that in 12.
When you start with 12 garbage ones, adding an extra 12 ain't going to help. It's not. For that, you just need to scratch and start new and give it something different.
Gotcha.
Don't just completely change the genre of the anime or do something like Promised Neverland. Had an amazing first season. Died in the second season.
Amazing.
Dr. Stone had an amazing first season. Died in the second season.
No, it didn't die.
It died.
It didn't die.
It was not a top tier anime.
Just because you didn't.
No. I'm talking about stats and tier. Nobody talks about Dr. Stone.
It's still top.
Nobody talks about Dr.
It's
Stone.
still top, bro.
Nobody talks about Dr. Stone. And no top tier list.
you.
Pull it up right now. Dr. Stone is not on the top tier list.
All right, we go search, but we continue. Okay.
It's not.
I feel like it kind of really depends on the anime episode, like the anime, depending on like if it could go 12 or 24 episodes. The one reason is I think like Black Clover is goated because it went for so long. There's different little animes that like you get a goated class when you can exceed beyond the 24. Like the only way that you can get a more like a 24 episode anime is if I feel like you have a story to keep going with it. Like if you don't have a great story to keep going on, then you need to throw a 12 episode, have it wait, and then come out with another 12 episodes because your story probably isn't as long or isn't as intricate. You need those long, intricate stories to really make a whole, like, that's why you always think about One Piece, Naruto, like, you know what I mean? Like, those are kind of on the echelon of themselves because they just have so many episodes. You can't really compare it to the other episodes because when you have a lot of more episodes, you actually have the feeling and the love for those characters.
Number 54, ranked 267.
Yeah, all time in popularity is just at 54 right now.
267 is not fucking top tier, bro.
You know how many animes are out there?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, hold on.
Do you know how many basketball players there
I'm
are?
not saying. I'm not saying
about number 200.
I'm not saying it's top tier, but the thing, it is good though. It's not like it's bad. It's
I
terrible.
didn't say it was bad. I said it dropped off significantly because the rest of the seasons didn't match up. Period. It's not talked about anymore.
I don't know, man.
It's 267, ranked 54.
Yeah, but on my anime
That's
list.
on my anime list.
On my
though.
anime
That
list, so
doesn't
just
really...
the one list, by the way.
The one
I
list
really
that we've been
think-
using because it's the most consistent out of everything.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know.
Do you have another list? We can go somewhere else and check.
Yeah, we can see somewhere else because I don't know.
It's
if
probably
that's
gonna be
necessarily
lower.
right.
And look at the ones they have on top. What are the ones they have on top?
Yeah, I think we're gonna find that right now.
It's not that great of an anime anymore. And when
But-
I
but-
saw the first season,
I-
it was amazing. The concept was perfect. I thought it had so much to do, and it just died. If you
I
do
thought
not,
the animes were still good. I enjoyed all the seasons that they
I
threw out.
agree with you on that.
again, you guys, you're allowed to have your opinion. You enjoyed them, but it comes to popularity through the majority of votes, through people who have collectively voted. It's not top tier anymore. It's not on the top list of anime.
Well, it's top 6 in the next coming anime, so let's give it that.
And the what?
In the next coming anime, it's top 6 on the list.
Yeah,
Out of
it
the
gets a lot of hype
20
when it
Because
comes
it's
out.
every anime gets
It's
hype when they're coming out with the next
over.
season,
Shield
bro.
Hero, right?
Bro,
Was
they
it-
keep getting extra seasons. If it was not a top tier popular anime, they would not have that many seasons as it has. Because then nobody...
They're
They're not going to
planning
renew an anime that
Yes,
nobody
they-
watches.
Yes, they will.
No, they won't.
There are plenty
no,
of
there's
anime
not.
seasons that people aren't exactly
No,
watching
there's plenty of
100%.
animes that you don't watch and think that's good that everybody else
No,
watches and has
I
a
can-
popular fan base on it.
There, not a lot of people watch Fate, but Fate comes out with fucking series.
A lot of people watch Fate.
Not everybody watches
No,
Fate. If you-
every time you go to another anime user, they think they putting you on a Fate. Yo, you ever
I
seen
haven't.
Fate? Bro, every person like you watch anime and then they think that, and when they try
It does
to
happen.
they try to
I've
trick
never
you
been
up.
told about
You
Fate.
ever watch Fate? Like they think nobody watched
Never.
Fate, and everybody think that's like the card up their sleeve. You watch Fate? Like duh, bitch. I watched Fate. I watched all of them.
No, you didn't watch all of them. There's too
Most
many
of
for you
them,
to
bro.
watch. No, I doubt that.
I watched most of them.
You watch the girl ones too? All the girl ones?
I watched
There's
Grand
6 of them.
Order. I
No.
watched all of those
Grand
ones.
Order is different. I'm talking about the 6.
One with the girl with the big shield.
No. That's what
I
I'm
know
telling
that's
you.
one of the ones.
Nigga,
I
Fate
know.
has like 20 fucking series.
And you watched
Yeah.
all of them too.
No, I have not.
I watched a lot
I've
of them.
only watched 5 of them. That's
No,
it.
I watched more than that.
I've watched Grand Order, the Fate Stay Night, and Fate Zero.
No, I watched
And
a lot.
Babylonia. That's
I
it.
watched a lot.
There was no reason to watch the other ones. They were
No,
just
I got
OVAs.
put on for a while and they just kept coming out and I just kept watching
Those
them.
OVAs are pointless to me, so I wasn't gonna sit here and watch.
Well, I'm not
15.
watching. I don't count the OVAs.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. They had a
Well,
bunch of
kind of
separate
a lot of
OVAs that
OVAs,
were
but
like,
I'm not counting those.
but it's not ranked. That's what I'm telling you. Second season.
What do you mean it's not right? I just showed you. It's like top 6.
That's
the most
not-
popular. It's
no,
coming out for
it's-
this season.
It's a new season
For
coming
this,
out.
exactly. But I'm just saying it's in the top 6.
Bro,
Because-
what season that? 6 season?
This is for the winter.
Is this
for
what-
fall? I'm sorry, for
season
fall.
No,
three.
but how many seasons is it? No, it can't be season 3. It gotta be like season 4 or 5.
This
Part
is part
2, Dr.
2.
Stone, New World.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
this
there's
is
so
like the
many.
third or
All
fourth
right,
one.
all right. So then it gotta be 3. So then it gotta be 3 because it came out of different parts. But they're
Yeah.
not renewing an anime that's not good, bruh.
They renew animes that are not good all the time, bro.
No, they
That's
don't.
your opinion. They're
don't.
not good, but
no,
the other
no. But everybody's opinion, they're not good.
no,
There's a lot of animes that are not good that still get continued.
they're not doing that.
What makes an anime good to you that makes it allowed to be
Bro,
criteria to negative season?
I
You
guarantee you there's
honestly, it's
shows
really good.
that you would classify as trash on television that a lot of other people would be like, yo, I love this show. You probably don't
Exactly.
watch reality shows like that, but it's amazing and everybody watch reality shows.
So-
it's very popular to people who likes reality shows.
So wait,
There's
so why-
probably
so
like
why
loved
is-
ones that you would say there's a trash
So
loved
why
one.
is it okay for me to say that those seasons don't come out, but when we say that Mushoku Tensei was bad, you don't agree with us, and it's not the same.
Yes, and I get
But
and
your
I bet you
opinion
that it
was
would
higher.
be renewed.
But that's what
And
I'm
I bet you that there's gonna be another part with Mushoku Tensei because there's enough popularity in it for you to be renewed.
Exactly.
Nobody's renewing and spending money on an anime that's not gonna get traction, dog. They're not going for a second season. You know how much animes that should have got a second season that
Okay.
didn't because I guess there was enough
But this is
traction
the point
on
I'm
it?
trying to make. You are the only one in this room that thinks Mushoku Tensei had a good second season.
Yes.
We don't.
Okay, and I bet you there'll be another
I
second
said it was
part.
lackluster.
But that's what the
And
point
I
said it was
guarantee
very
you that,
lackluster.
and I
That's
guarantee you that's not the majority of everybody else's opinion as well.
But when I
Yeah.
said a majority of people have an opinion on something, you say no.
No, I'm coming at it with a different aspect.
How?
You are trying to say that there's no way that it should, like, I'm saying that it is popular. You're saying that it's not popular, but I'm trying to tell you, you're trying to say Dr. Stone
No, you're
is
talking
not
about Dr.
popular.
Stone. Yeah.
And I'm
Because it
trying to
died
tell
out.
you, and you think it's died out, but other people still like to watch Dr. Stone, dog.
Right.
I'm not just because you haven't
If
watched Dr.
was
Stone
hyped, why are we not
doesn't
talking
mean
about it?
We are talking about it right now.
because you haven't watched it.
I know.
top tier.
Why would I
I
talk
know.
about an anime that you haven't kept up to the seasons with?
Because I could have kept up to it. I could have watched
Because
it.
you think
If
it's
it
not
was-
good,
if
but
it
I
was-
kept up with all the other seasons, so I
if
can
it-
tell you what
okay,
happened.
But if it was raw, we'd be talking about it.
No,
Well,
it's not.
well, technically-
Why?
no.
Hold on.
You know why?
It hasn't
because
started yet.
Your opinion thinks it's not raw.
It hasn't
what I'm
started
telling
yet,
you
though.
is but I'm allowed to have that opinion.
Yes,
'cause
you
the
are,
point
and
of
that's
our
why we're not
podcast.
talking about it.
The point of our podcast is to have opinions. If you ask me about something on the podcast, I can tell you it sucks.
Yes.
That's the point of having it. Just like
Exactly.
we said, Mushoku Tensei sucks.
And I think it doesn't.
It's okay to talk about it because if it's
But
raw,
that's not okay to say that it's not popular.
Yes, it is because
No,
it's
it's
my
not.
opinion to say that it's not popular.
That it's your opinion, but popular is like such.
Just like you're saying your opinion is that Mushoku Tensei was a popular episode when it wasn't.
I didn't
But
say it was
you're-
a popular episode. I said it
You
was a
said
good.
the season was good.
I said it was
and
a
we
good
said it's
season.
not.
And being a good season and being popular is totally different.
Having opinions. Opinion is
Because
an
I can
opinion.
guarantee you, there's the other seasons where there was a popular episodes, and we was like, "What was the most popular episode for this
The
season?"
point is, you
and we'd be
can't
like,
discredit
"Yo,
my opinion.
why was that the most popular?" But it still goes on, and you could probably think that
But-
anime is trash,
Alright, guys.
but it's been popular.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, your opinion is not good on Mushoku Tensei, but you're saying it is.
I'm not gonna front.
And when
though.
I tell you my opinion, you're saying mine is it.
No,
if
I'm not trying to tell you that yours.
You
isn't.
literally just said I can't
your
say
opinion
that
of
I-
it being popular, but
You
it
told
doesn't
me
mean
I
that.
cannot say that it's not good. You literally said
No, I
can-
didn't say that. I said
Alright,
you
I'm
can't
not
say
gonna
that it's
front,
not popular.
guys. We get really off topic about it, and
No, it is the topic.
and everybody's going towards everybody's opinion right now, though.
It's not. I'm all right.
It's facts.
That's what I was trying to say. But you brought up and said that Dr. Stone was top 6 on the popular ones that's coming out.
So why
Yeah.
when we looked
So
at
why
another
is it?
list,
Right.
was-
So
it
fine,
didn't matter.
fine
I
then.
agree.
All right, so then fine. Then Dr. Stone is not a popular anime, and nobody's ever gonna watch it. So they're gonna keep renewing seasons for Dr. Stone, so nobody can watch it.
I never
But
said
you're
nobody's
right
gonna watch
about
it though.
that.
Who said nobody was gonna watch it? I said my opinion is that it dropped off since the first season. That's all I said. And you went on a tangent that I said it sucked. I said
No,
that it
I
has
s-
dropped off
you said
from
it's
the
not
first
popular.
season, and it's not as good. It's not.
No, you said it wasn't popular, and that was my
me.
only argument.
But that's my opinion.
No, if you said the anime is not good, that's your opinion. That's good.
it's not
But if you're trying to say it's
to me,
how
it's
how-
not a popular
that's not.
anime.
It seems like a valid argument.
How
but-
is that invalid?
Because
Just like
how
I
you-
told you, Mushoku Tensei isn't good to me. That's
good, but popular and good is I feel like is a different subject. But,
I'm
all right,
allowed to think what is
that's
popular
fine.
and what isn't.
No, okay, you're right.
You can
think
tell
it's
me what you
popular.
think is popular, and I have to agree with you because that's your opinion.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't validate or invalidate your popularity. That's your popularity. You would put Mushoku Tensei on a high list, and I wouldn't. Because that's your popular
Popularity,
opinion.
I don't know. Maybe.
But
I don't
you
know if
would.
everybody else watched
If
it.
we had a list, I know yours would be
I'm
higher
pretty
than
sure
mine.
it was popular because everybody expected it to be good and everybody watched it. But I'm not sure if the second season is going to be as popular as next. But I'm sure it
But
will
that's
be.
another thing.
But-
People want to watch it because they hope it gets better. Not because it was good this season and they think they want to get better, which means it failed. It did not give you what you wanted. So people are not going to go into Mushoku Tensei third season like, oh shit, last season was fire. No, they're going to be like, that shit was regular.
In
I
your
need to see the
opinion,
GOAT.
you remember, in your
Again, but
opinion, you
that's-
think that was going to happen.
Again, but you have...
Because my opinion doesn't skim with yours, so I'm sure there's just somebody that agrees with me.
I'm talking about in percentage-wise
I mean,
right now.
unless I'm the only one that think everything in Mushoku Tensei was trash, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I am the
I'm
only one
talking
that
about
thinks that.
percentages right now. You're outnumbered 2-1.
Yeah,
so
that's
2-1
cool.
right now, your opinion is less than ours, and the fact that 2 people believe that the episode wasn't good. Not that it's invalidating yours, period, but
Yeah.
in perspective right now, 2v1, you're wrong. Because the episode to
I
us
am
was
wrong.
not as good as you. But your opinion
But
still
in my
counts.
opinion, so no, I'm wrong. So what you're saying is I'm wrong. So if we're taking rankings and shit, then we need to take into account that you were wrong on Dr. Stone because it's still popular. No, we're
different
taking
sites.
an account on factoring things, right?
But that's the
so
point
then
I'm
Dr.
making.
Stone is still popular.
It's an opinion, Brad.
No, it's not, because obviously 2 against 1 makes me wrong. But then if you pull up Dr. Stone and it's on top 6 of popularity, so you're trying to tell me top 6 is not popular? If you made a top 6 on a chart, you're not popular?
Where does it say popularity on here? This just says anime coming out. Where do I see popularity?
By the people that's ranked, like here, like, do you see Shield Hero has 300,000
300,000
people that's following this episode?
They're
At least on
following
my
the
ears.
episodes that are coming
They're
out.
following the series itself.
323.
Yeah, from
1,000.
323,000 people
waiting
are
for it to
following.
come out.
Are basically following my Shield Hero.
Well,
And then on this list, you see Dr. Stone is at 6th place with 100K, and the next one on that is going to be 81K when they're saying Tokyo Revengers was going to come out.
And
It's
then
even more popular than Tokyo Revengers. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tokyo Revengers was
Mhm.
decent,
Yeah,
But-
but it's more popular
yeah.
than that.
But
Decent.
I mean,
in my opinion. But that's again, you're okay
And
to
then
say that it's
Fairway
bad.
Paladin,
look,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
This
just
one,
saying.
it looked like it was gonna be kind of promising, but it was kind of lackluster. Fairway Paladin.
I think
I'm not
I
sure
saw
if y'all
that,
seen
but
it or not.
It doesn't ring any bells.
It was kind of like it was kind of decent.
And I don't even see why Goblin Slayer's up on that list, because Goblin Slayer is not that good of an anime either.
Man, Goblin Slayer got the one thing that freaking people love.
People like that stuff.
People love just
Again,
you know.
perspective. But I think that Demon Slayer was just an anime about a nigga who ran around killing goblins.
Yeah, but
It wasn't that great. The story was not that great. It was just literally focused around this nigga going crazy with
Yeah,
goblins.
but it
and
has
rape.
That
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's
I
what
get
it
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a perspective popularity. That doesn't make it a super popular anime. It's just it has a niche that people.
So wait,
like.
would you say you like Dr. Stone over Goblin Slayer, or you like Goblin Slayer over Dr. Stone?
Goblin Slayer, to me,
I'm just saying, out of those
I
two.
don't. It's a little bit difficult because they're two completely concepts of anime. But if I had to choose one that was slightly better, I would go Goblin Slayer.
Okay.
Because I feel like, to me, it just had more for it going. But that doesn't mean it's a way better anime or that it's a great anime.
How about, have you guys seen Spy Family season 2?
I think
Oh, fine, I'm sorry, season 1. Have y'all seen the first
I've
season?
seen season 1. Spy
Man,
Family is a
wholesome.
good anime.
Mad
but again,
wholesome.
it's just it's again, like you said, a wholesome anime that
Yeah.
shows action here and there, but it's not exact. I think it has potential to be a slice of life.
That's
that
what
people
I
will watch.
say. That's a slice of
Yeah,
life.
like it's
Because
literally
that is
a
slice of
story
life, for
anime
sure.
that has action in the background.
Yeah.
So you know what you're getting into. You know that you're gonna see them turn up sometimes, but it's a story about her getting through life with her little mind powers, where she can pretty much
And then even just that too, because like the father is a spy,
super spy, and
It's
the
a-
mom is an assassin.
Yeah, and then
So it
and
has
none
a-
of them
it
know
has-
each other like that. Yeah,
It has a lot of things.
they're all
to
keeping it
but,
a secret from each other.
I still
So
think
they all don't know.
Yes,
they-
one's an assassin, one's
Yeah.
a spy, and one has psychic powers. None of them know about each other,
but they all live together.
and they're not like actual husband and wife and actual
But they
daughter.
pretend.
Like the spy had to find a wife, and he found the wife to kind of cover to pretend that's his wife,
So it's
and
kinda
she
like
had to be
Mr.
an
and Mrs.
assassin.
Smith.
Yeah, and then she just
Yeah.
has to be an assassin, and then he went to go get a child to adopt, right? And he
And
just so
she's a
happened to get the
psychic?
psychic, yeah.
No way.
So it's actually really funny. Yeah, it's really funny. It's wholesome.
It's got a lot. Let's see, action
Yeah.
and comedy. So you're gonna get a little bit of action, but majority of that's comedy, slice of life. They have fun. The girl gets into little problems at her school and whatnot. But it's dope. It's got a pretty decent story. Would I put it in the top tier where it should be second, where people should rank it? No, not at all.
Right.
But again, doesn't matter what I think. That's just my opinion on the anime. But 222,000 people would want to watch it. Now, do I agree with those 222,000? No. Does that make my opinion less relevant? No, but it does mean that 222,000
but
people think that I'm wrong.
I kind
That
of
the anime is good.
But when you talk about popularity, you're talking about overall. So what's
Yeah.
the overall?
right, like you can't
that's
put
what
your
I-
opinion. That's what I was trying to.
And
do.
I said
all
that-
my argument was
My
is you
literal
can't
point,
put your opinion.
that was my point.
No,
that
your
overall,
point was
me
trying
and
to say
Josh-
my opinion is popularity.
You just said
but you
overall,
have to
correct?
go.
Yeah, I'm saying.
And the overall in this room is that we don't like it.
I'm saying
No, nobody
overall
said
in
that.
general, with the
With
whole
the whole-
anime, with everybody
Yes.
that watches it.
Exactly.
That's why you go to websites.
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
see, okay, what is the overall popularity of this? Not just in this room, like in general.
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
Okay, but
See,
you
'cause
can't
let
take
me
this
look.
to effect because there was another website that didn't even have it close. So how are we going to use this
Oh
website?
shit! So look at that. Look at that. Dr. Stone was 54. Look at this, ranked 1,049 in popularity.
Again, and I said that. I
Oh,
didn't say this one was good.
Hold on, time out. That is saying season 2. That's not saying season.
That is
1.
season 2.
No, exactly. That's saying season 2.
Season 2
That hasn't came out yet. Yeah.
can't do that.
So we
Mm,
can't
we
use
gotta go
that
to
one,
season one.
unfortunately. Yeah.
That's the same thing they just did with Dr. Stone. That season hasn't come out yet.
No. They did last time when they checked it. They checked on that actual season. So you gotta check the actual season. It's probably gonna be higher.
It was even worse.
Yeah, 133.
Yeah,
way
I
below
said
Dr.
that.
Stone. Yeah,
I said it. I said that it's not a good
Right.
anime. It's good per se. I think it's a little bit better than Dr. Stone because it has more of the shit that I like in an anime. It has more action, more appeal to me. But it's not by any means a good anime at all. It's just the shit they threw together. I watch hundreds of animes like that all the time.
Don't they have everything on the side? See my other shield hero. I'm just saying how like my shield heroes.
I'm just saying, I don't think you can put your opinion when it goes to popularity. I think it has to, when popularity is more stats versus opinion, is in my opinion. Like, you can say something's popular, but you got to go to the stats. Like, you be like, yeah, this show's mad popular, but if you put up a show that has way better stats and is way more popular, then you be like, I don't even like that show. But your opinion don't matter because that show is mad popular and 20 million people watch this show, but just because you don't watch the show don't mean that it's not popular. And just because you don't like it don't mean it's popular because 20 million people like it already.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me that Shield Hero is below.
Yeah.
Below
So
Below the
Dr. Stone?
Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
Not to me.
That's what I'm saying. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Not to me.
But it was saying.
I like Dr. Stone better than my Shield Hero. Because the second season wasn't all that.
No, I'm saying Dr. Stone has a better ranking
Yeah,
than Shield Hero.
I think so too.
I'm saying that Shield Hero had a lower number.
I think so too. Only reason why is like the way I feel like that is that the way that the Dr. Stone seasons progress, it gives you a lot of things. It gives you the fight scenes. It gives you the smart scenes. It gives you the ups and the downs and emotions and a lot of different emotions that it brings you through. So it's just not an anime that you can really put in a box. It gives you a lot of different
I have a question.
aspects.
Isn't this kind of skewed though?
So
Because
this is by
doesn't-
popularity, yeah. So
doesn't
this
it
is
go
why
by, like, because if Dr. Stone has a new
by
season
members
now,
basically.
has a new season now, isn't that gonna rank that way? Like, let's say if
But
Dr.
Kenny-
Stone didn't show like 3 years from now, they're gonna drop it.
Bro,
100%, yeah.
bro,
So it's
guess,
kinda skewed
but
anyway.
no, it's not because guess what?
They still have to kind of sign in and they have to like
it is
add to the
it's
list,
skewed,
yeah.
but it's not skewed because
Because
all of life has worked like this.
Yeah.
If your anime has more views,
Not just
you're
anime.
gonna get another season. If your anime is not successful and I cannot capitalize off of it, then you're not gonna get renewed. You're not gonna get put to the front. You know, Demon Slayer is amazing. You know what they do? They give it to us continuously. Jujutsu Kaisen, amazing. They give it to us continuously. Other animes are amazing. Give it to us continuously. You know why? Because they produce money. Everything is about money.
Why is Tokyo Ghoul number 9?
Because Tokyo Ghoul is popular.
Oh man, I
But
didn't
it's funny.
understand, but ow.
But it's hilarious because
Oh, I'm
Hunter x
bleeding.
Hunter hasn't come out in how
Bro.
long?
Oh, I'm bleeding.
Bro, Tokyo Ghoul is not the
know
anime
what?
is not good, but the
Oh,
manga is
man.
amazing and people watch it.
No, the anime is amazing. Oh, you said Tokyo Ghoul. My bad.
Tokyo
My bad.
Ghoul.
My bad. I'm still on Hunter x Hunter.
No,
I
no.
apologize.
What are you talking about? What, Hunter x
Oh.
Hunter is 10?
What is Kimi no Ma?
We
That's
don't
a
know
movie.
that
It's a
one.
movie. It's a movie.
I don't know that one, but
It's actually a pretty good
what are you
movie,
mad
I'm not gonna
about? Hunter x Hunter is 10?
Yeah.
What-
You think it
what-
should be lower?
No, hell yeah.
First of all,
I think it should be lower.
It should be lower. Like
I
Like-
should, yeah, I think it should be lower too.
I'm sorry,
Tokyo
Agents
Ghoul
Stay.
old?
One Punch Man should not be
2014.
above all these other animes.
What is One Punch Man at? Well, but
Hold
One
on,
Punch
hold
Man
on.
is like-
In
Hold on.
popularity?
That's
Come
season
on now,
1.
you know
That's
what-
season 1 of One Punch Man.
Yeah.
And hold on.
It deserves
Time
that.
out.
Hold on.
Time
It
out.
does.
Popularity?
It really
Time
does.
out. I'm not. That's the thing. It's it keeps getting skewed. Popularity
No,
is
no.
cool and all, but you gotta actually see how good the fucking anime is. One Punch Man was good, but it was a
So,
fucking
you
parody.
gotta-
But it's
hold
a
on.
popularity thing.
But it was
You know how much
really
people
well.
know about One Punch Man that don't even watch
We're having a
anime?
podcast about opinions. We can't just say One Punch is good because it's number 4. We're supposed
No,
to
no,
be
no.
able to say that One Punch Man should not be number 4 because
Correct.
it's not better than Sword Art Online.
Right.
It's not better than Boku no
Correct.
Hero.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what an opinion.
But when
is.
I'm
So
trying to
you
tell-
saying, hey, what's
Popularity,
popular
I
overall,
guarantee you-
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
I guarantee
Yeah.
you.
So if I told you,
But I agree
don't,
with you.
I don't
Hey,
think that
yeah,
One
I
Punch
do
Man
agree
should
with
be
him
that
too.
popular. You're gonna tell me it doesn't matter because it's a popular.
But the thing is, you're making it overall
Bro,
saying
that's
that Dr.
like-
Stone isn't popular at all.
No. My specific question, what I just said was One Punch Man should not be where it's at.
You
But
know
because
facts.
of popularity, you're telling me that I can't say
This
that.
is going by
because
just
it's popular.
season
I'm not
one.
saying that. I'm
Yeah.
trying to say you can't say that it's not popular.
It's
because
not,
a lot of people say that it is. Because no, the reason what I'm coming at is what popularity is. If you go with One Punch Man, I bet you a lot of people will know more about One Punch Man than Sword Art Online.
and Dr. Stone.
I don't know.
And they know about more. They know about One Punch
And
Man
I
more
doubt-
than Dr. Stone.
and
You know why?
I don't know
Because
about-
it's more popular. Everybody know about Satima. Everybody knows about One Punch Man. It's
Yeah,
more
he's kinda
popular.
everywhere.
It's
Yeah.
more advertising. You can see it, and that's what makes it popular.
Death
People
Note's not
boost
better
things
than
up and make it
Alchemist.
popular.
It's not.
That popular is more
It's
stat-wise.
ranked higher.
Opinion is opinion. If it's a good anime, you can say whatever you want about how the anime is constructed. But popularity is based on people's and the numbers.
I agree that it's
You-
popular, but do I think it's
Do I think it's good? No, it might not be
It might
good.
not be. You're
No,
right, you're right.
because we're anime
Look, hold
buffs.
on,
But
hold
do
on.
everybody else know about this anime
Look,
more
look,
than other
Tokyo Ghoul,
animes? Yes,
that's
they
hard.
do. Because it got promoted more. Because they had more run behind it. Whatever the reason is, it's more popular.
It's funny that One Piece is 19.
Oh, because it's been long as heck. Nobody wants to. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
nobody's going
One
on
Piece
with
is a great story, but the anime do be lacking. Okay, it has pacing issues.
I can't respect
really
that
does.
stuff, bro.
It really has
Like, these
pacing
numbers
issues.
are so skewed. Like, it has to be people are just putting in
I
numbers.
mean, it's
that-
no,
some
no.
of these
This is
anime-
different
You
though.
can't put numbers because it's too.
No, I
Bro,
know that. But
bro.
Steins Gate wasn't even that good.
Bro, the
Why
people-
fuck is-
Whoa.
The people
Steins
you
Gate
listen
was
to
good,
in
though.
music, I bet you think would be a lot more popular than they really are in the world. You think that they're probably the best, but when you line them up with everybody else in the world
like, what?
and the other things, you're like, this guy is better than one of my favorite artists?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Origami?
But in the world, everybody else has different
Yeah.
opinions than you.
Yeah,
What is it? Origami? What?
Noragami.
What's that?
It's a decent anime, but it shouldn't be above a lot of these other
Yeah,
animes.
no.
I've heard a lot of good things about it. Never watched it, but I know I
What's
watched a little bit of it.
Noragami is an anime about a demigod who basically in this anime, the more you revere, the stronger you are.
Yeah.
He goes on a mission basically trying to get his worshippers up, and he fights other gods.
Mm.
And it's turned. It
Is
has
this
a lot
what I
of
think it
action,
is?
Good, but
but
it's not all that
it's
good.
not supposed to be higher
What are you
than
This
doing?
right here.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Because this right here, Seven Deadly Sins started so good, but because how it ended with the Escanor fight should not even be on here, bro.
Mob 100
But
should be way
it
higher.
is just like the first season. What you're seeing here is just like the first season of it. So it has a second season. Their second season might not be up here.
Put this on the video.
Okay.
Like it just.
The
makes
reason
no
I'm saying that is
sense.
because look, Shinjuku no Sama, which is Attack on Titan, is on here twice.
Yeah,
This
but
is
the
part
different
3.
seasons. How
This
it's
is
ranked.
season
Because
3.
Attack on Titan deserves to be
season
on there
one.
twice.
Attack on
It
Titan
does.
could be all 10 number one. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Attack on
Actually,
Titan
I'm sorry,
deserves
it's
that.
here 3 times.
I know
It
it is.
deserves
Season
that.
two.
I
It
honestly
should take the
thought
first
2 was
top
too
five.
little
Okay.
bit.
I think it should take the whole top 5
Yeah,
rank.
Attack on Titan killed everyone on there.
I really
Everyone
did.
doesn't
I
give
really
a fuck. Boku no Hero kills that too. Everything.
Boku no Hero should have been way higher in my opinion.
Much
than
higher.
two.
Hero, what is that? Oh, that's
My
My
Hero
Hero
My Hero
Academy. My Hero
Academy.
Academy.
Yeah, Boku
Yeah.
no Hero. Yeah.
I think that should have been way higher.
Way
on
higher.
there.
Oh, wait, what's number 1?
Number
Huh?
one
It
is
is, Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. It deserves to be there.
It
Yeah.
deserves to be
Death
there.
Note should not be above Full Metal Alchemist.
Death Note is wild being number 2.
I think
rated.
it's would, but
Wow.
it's
It's
not
just
number
rated.
2.
It's just rated.
Wild. I know. I'm just saying,
No,
but it's
like,
wild being
this
number
is my
2.
point,
But
Brad.
it
No,
is,
I
like,
know.
I
can see
understand its
it.
popularity, but I cannot respect that list.
You cannot respect it.
I agree.
on it.
But the point is the point.
I agree with you. But
But the
I
stats
think
is the
what they're trying to
stats.
say is you got to separate popularity from
Between
No,
your
but,
opinion.
but this is
Yeah,
my
you
point.
gotta separate.
But this is my
Yeah.
point. When I said that that Dr. Stone wasn't popular was because I based it on it's not as good. If you put it on this list, Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist, One Punch Man,
course.
Sword Art Online, all of them kill him. All of them.
Easily.
Hands down.
Yes.
So if it's even on the list that's top 6 into next season, I can name 30 animes better than it. So I'm not gonna sit here and
But
just say
that- but-
because the popularity says it's top 6 that it's actually
But that's
a good
not.
anime.
But that's not fair because there's so many different animes.
Yeah,
That
no,
that.
it's like-
So like
Hold
for
on.
you to just to say, oh, you can name 30 animes, but that doesn't mean that Dr. Stone is still not a good anime because there's 30
No.
great
But what I'm
animes that you
telling
can
you-
name before.
but remember,
because
Brad,
the 30th best
we're having
person in the world
opinions.
is still better than a majority of a lot of other people in the world.
But I'm saying that's my opinion.
No, I know.
Brad.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
got
saying
you.
that.
But the thing is,
it's your
when he said that he liked the Dr. Stone, you did attack his opinion.
Yes, you
about
say
it.
my opinion sucked because it was not good. I said it was popular, and you're like, no, it's
No.
not popular.
We were
so
talking-
why is my opinion of it
I
being
didn't say-
popular or
no,
not?
when
Right.
I talked about your opinion, when I said that me and Josh said that 2v1, it was that
regarding Mushoku Tensei.
Mushoku Tensei was
Yeah.
not good. And I
Right.
said, that's our opinion.
Yeah.
And you said that we couldn't have that opinion.
I didn't
because
say you couldn't have that
You said
opinion.
that Mushoku Tensei was better than what we said, and that we can't say that it's not good.
I never
because
said that.
You literally said that.
I said
we
that with
can't say
Dr.
it's
Stone.
not
I
good.
wasn't
You know what?
defending
It's
Mushoku
like we can
Tensei.
have instant replay when we rewatch.
Yeah,
it.
rewatch
Make
it,
sure
what
you
we
like
said.
and comment, and then agree wherever you think is
Yeah,
right on
let
this.
us know. Comment below when you seen that I never said that Mushoku Tensei, you couldn't have an opinion on Mushoku Tensei. Now, I did say that you can't say Dr. Stone wasn't popular. And that's what I was defending on the majority. I never said that you couldn't have an opinion that Mushoku Tensei was trash. Because
We'll
I
go to the
honestly,
booth.
yeah,
We'll
we'll
go to the
check
booth
it out.
later.
But you know what I mean? And it all started from the 24 to 12 episodes.
Yeah.
And it went totally crazy
Completely.
from that whole topic of that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for this episode. Oh, thank you for watching this episode of Onside Verdict. This has been Yoho Han,
It's your boy Dutch.
Your boy, that's it.
and we out.
Yeah, this was a heated conversation.
Bro, it really was. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't want it to be.